This is like it's sort of an iconic moment. Beef tallow for the fries, making America healthy again. You gotta love it, right?
I
And
loved it.
yeah, and you gotta
Loved
say
it.
like this is the good first step, right? Like there's no such thing as perfect, and we got to unwind a lot of poisons in our food and healthcare industries. But this is a good first step, right? Like this major brand
Yeah.
deciding to go healthy.
It's remarkable. And I will tell you this, my very next meeting that we will be discussing today is with Secretary Kennedy, but also across the federal government, how we take the MAHA Commission, but more importantly, the new MAHA movement, and how we fold that into real policy enactment for the American people. For me at USDA, obviously agriculture and the production of our food is a big part of that. But also, Benny, what your viewers may not know is that I'm in charge of food stamps. It's the largest part of the USDA budget. The fact that our taxpayers are funding the food stamp program to the numbers in the hundreds of billions, and yet people on food stamps, which are those with the least among us, those at the bottom of the socioeconomic ladder, are taking that and spending it because they can on Cokes, on sugary snacks,
Yes.
on candy, and that
Yes.
has to change. It has to change. So not only I think is Secretary Kennedy bringing a whole new energy and narrative and framing to what it is we're working to do, which is not only make America great again, but make America healthy again. But for me, the exciting part is to get to work together as a cabinet, as a team for President Trump in this, I believe, revolution. We're in a revolution in many ways. We're, returning our country to the people, peace through strength, securing our border, but also making America healthy again. It's a revolution, and what a joy to be a part of it.
I know we're up against a hard out, but very quickly here, you mentioned food stamps. This is something that's a thorn in a lot of people's paw that really want to get America healthy, is that food stamps can be used to purchase some of the most unhealthy products on the market. What's your plan to deal with that, to regulate it, to change that? Is there a plan?
Well, the good news is, and I am such a believer, Benny, you know this, in federalism and the 10th Amendment and the founders' vision of a little bitty federal government and the power being with the people out in the states and the local communities. I'm working with more than a dozen governors right now, because what has to happen to be able to effectuate that is the states themselves have to seek a waiver. And then we at USDA grant the waiver. Can you believe we're going to waive you from, basically feeding your children, your poor children, lots of bad things. Yeah. But I'm working with those governors already. I'm already working with Secretary Kennedy. You're going to be seeing a lot of announcements on this over the coming months. I'm also working on the Hill with Congress to see if there is a way to move forward at the federal level. So my approach has always been all hands on deck. We've got a country to save. We have a population with a chronic disease problem, with obesity problem, whatever USDA can do to help on that. But Benny, I have to say at the same time, protecting and defending our American farmers and ranchers and producers, there is a balance there. And so my job, if done correctly, is to ensure we're doing everything we can to create an environment where our ag producers and farmers and ranchers can thrive like never before. The president would say, tell them we're going to make them rich like never before, but at the same time, balancing that healthy piece of it. And so again, it's not easy. It's a little sticky, no pun intended, but I do believe we're going to get it done.
Okay, great. I mean, that'd be awesome to see, to help the American rancher, right? To see steaks and fresh food and vegetables and fruit instead of hyper processed, highly processed chemicals, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. It's really good for everyone. Yes. We've just got to kind of move into this new era. We are disruptors. The president is a transformational president, and we're doing everything we can to ensure that in this moment we're meeting it and doing things that will hopefully change the trajectory of this country forever.
Brooke, I didn't know it was on a state level. That's actually news to me. We're going to that's news to me, and we hope you'll come back and we'll talk to us more about that, because obviously everybody wants healthy children.